12,800 years ago, entire coastlines vanished. Not slowly, not peacefully. And if complex societies once lived there, the ocean erased almost every trace. History is written from what survives, not from what was lost. And that should bother you. Imagine standing on a coastline 12,800 years ago. The air is warming. Glaciers are retreating. Life is returning. Your people have lived here for generations. You fish, you trade, you build in wood and stone. You think this is stability. Then, within a single lifetime, the sky changes. There are stories of fire in the north, shock waves, ash drifting through the air. Temperatures plunge. The world, which had begun to thaw, snaps back into cold. For over 1,000 years, the planet re-enters an icy state, what we now call the Younger Dryas. And then, just as suddenly, it shifts again. Ice melts, water rises, sea levels climb more than 100 meters. Most early human settlements were coastal, which means most early human history now lies underwater. Not destroyed by war, not erased by invaders, erased by geography. The shoreline where you once stood is gone. Your storage pits, your meeting grounds, your carved posts, gone. Not because you were primitive, because you were coastal. And coastlines do not survive ice ages. Now here's where it gets strange. Almost immediately after this climatic chaos, monumental construction begins appearing in multiple regions of the world. In southeastern Turkey, massive stone pillars rise at a site we now call Göbekli Tepe. T-shaped monoliths. Animals carved in relief, arranged in deliberate circles. Dated to around 9,600 BCE, before cities, before metal tools, before what we traditionally call civilization. These were not shelters. They were ceremonial, symbolic, organized. Hundreds gathered, quarried stone, transported it, carved it. That requires memory, coordination, myth. Why build something permanent after instability? Were they inventing religion? Or preserving something they feared losing? If you survive a planetary trauma, perhaps the first instinct is to carve something the ocean cannot swallow. Stone instead of wood. Memory instead of rumor. Thousands of years later, in Egypt, another monument stares east into the rising sun. The Great Sphinx of Giza. Officially dated to around 2500 BCE. A royal symbol, a guardian of pharaohs. But some geologists have questioned the weathering patterns along its enclosure walls. They argue certain erosion features resemble prolonged rainfall. Rainfall Egypt has not experienced in thousands of years. Most Egyptologists maintain the established timeline, and that debate remains unresolved. But the fact that the debate exists tells us something important. Our timeline is strong, but it is not untouchable. Not proof of a lost super civilization, not secret technology. Just tension at the edges of certainty. And tension is where history evolves. Then, the Amazon. Long described as too harsh, too wild, too thin-soiled to support dense populations. Until LiDAR scans peel back the canopy. Perfectly straight roads, massive circular enclosures, gridded layouts beneath dense green, engineered soil, terra preta, enriched by human design. The forest did not grow over emptiness. It grew over structure. If we had discovered the Amazon before the jungle reclaimed it, our textbooks would read differently. Absence is not evidence of primitiveness. Sometimes it is evidence of burial. In the Indus Valley, thousands of years ago, Another civilization built cities of extraordinary order. Standardized bricks, engineered drainage, gridded streets, urban planning without towering monuments to kings. Advanced, structured, functional. And yet their script remains undeciphered. We see their symbols pressed into seals. We see animals carved in clay. We see language, but we do not hear voice. Without language, a civilization becomes architecture. Architecture is the skeleton. The mind is gone. Individually, none of these overturn history. Together, they form a pattern. Severe climate shock, rapid sea level rise, coastal erasure, monumental construction after instability, cities swallowed by forest, scripts that fall silent. The grounded truth is simple. Climate can reset civilization. Geography can erase it. Time can silence it. And history is written only from what survives. We are not looking at the full human story. We are looking at the version that endured catastrophe, the version that reached higher ground, that built in stone instead of wood, that left marks the ocean could not reclaim. If resets have happened before, they can happen again. And next time, we might be the coastline.